So far, all the characters in the play are died. I have mentioned a few times, like pretty much on every single slide, I say them they have to die because they are so closely connected with each other. It promotes the development of the story and pushes the story to a climax. I think Shakespeare is a really good master who is really good at arranging the plot. The death of the King Hamai marks the beginning of story. His death promoted the new king to ascend the throne and the queen to remarry. At the same time, it also roused Hamlet's anger hatred. And it also it heralds the end of the story. It leads to all people's dies. Polonius had to die because his talent had been fully demonstrated from the demonstrated, and from the perspective of the creation, he can only be selected as stabbed to death by mistake. Only this way the story can move forward. And the death of Leotis was attributed to Hamlet's bravery. His father and sister died one after another. He lost the meaning of life. Claudius poisoned uh, the King Hamlet and stole the whole country from him. He was an evil thief and had to die in order to conform the public opinion. The death of Claudius completes Hamlet's revenge plan, and even though he was also stabbed by the poison sword from of Leotis, he also lost his father, mother, and also lost the meaning of life. So in the end, he had to be chosen to die. And the death of all of them became a great tragedy. And I think, however, it is the death of all people that makes this great play Hamlet. And that's it.
Yeah, good. Lots of information there. I would suggest if you have time to go back and make sure that
Mhm.
everybody's name is capitalized properly. Just take a look. And just like before with Ada, get rid of some periods. You have periods and some, these are all point forms. So you don't need to use a period at the end of these. They're
Okay.
not really sentences, right? So just clean it up a little bit
Okay.
and then resubmit. The ideas here are good. I think some slides have a little bit too much wording. You can get rid of it, but I do know that I see that you put recordings on each slide too. So I can go back and listen to additional information as
Okay.
well. Yeah, so good job. And we'll do one with Yan and Lynn, and then that'll be it. I have to push the activity discussion. Thanks. You can email it to me too if you
Okay.
want. You don't have to upload it. So just
Okay.
just clean it up a little bit and email it to me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Good. Next, go.
Okay, so my turn.
Yeah. Can you stop sharing your screen?
How do I
Alan?
stop it?
Just click stop. It should be at the top somewhere. It should say stop. Stop sharing.
Where is it?
It's a little circle with the square in it.
I can't find it. Oh, here. Got it.
There you go. Okay, go. We'll do one more presentation and that'll be it for today. I have to push the Gatsby stuff till next week. It's not major. And then if anybody wants to present next week, make sure you let me know. Okay, go.
Okay, so hi everyone. So my presentation is Loss of Dreams, and so the first slide, the theme. So the themes is intriguing and energizing, starting and the outright strange. And we move on to the next slide. The effect of loss of dreams. So first one, sorrowful, and doesn't fit into the pictures or assumptions of life. loss the envisions future, and loss of the suspections, and loss of dreams can be important before new dreams can be made. An old dream, however, can be important for acknowledgement.
Okay.
In this one. Okay, so the third slide is talk about like how to get over depressions after the loss of the dream. The dreams, the things to do when you lose your dreams, you should like grieving and re-energize and grow up and recognize the failure how infect you and keep it to yourself, like be yourself and keep chasing your dream.
Mm-hmm.
So so when I read the Great Gatsby, and it make me to think to myself. So I make a quote from the C.S. Lowick, and he said, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." So this something I want to say about myself, and not as easy as it sounds about the dreams. So when you set up a dreams, it always will be harder than you think. And living dreams are difficult. And working hard was the key. And I'm not guaranteed if you're working hard, you will it will chasing your dreams well, but it will helps you. And also like working hard is a good skill you need to learn and you need to get it. And the last one is so the last one is the recoveries persist. It was imperative to relinquish to our dreams, feeling irate and service. Lost feelings and void for sometimes, and change is troublesome.
Mm-hmm.
New dreams can be found in more surprising of stops. And the last one is take time to overcome the stress or loss. Okay, so that's my presentations, and this is the last slide.
Okay, good. Thank you for presenting. Now, here's the thing. What I want you to do is go back to slide 2 where it says theme.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, this question about loss of dreams has to relate more to Gatsby. Now, you mentioned Gatsby when you talked about C.S. Lewis and you talked about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But this here, for example, you have the citation from Matawan from 1979. Which of these relates to Gatsby, the character? So what I would do is then create a new slide after this one and then talk about how Gatsby could be intriguing or how Gatsby might be strange to everybody because he's pursuing his dream, right? Because the more you connect it to Gatsby, the more it's in line with the actual presentation question. The question is asking you to explain the theme, but you should be using Gatsby too. So you did a little bit of Gatsby when you talked about yourself, but I think a little bit more for slides 2, 3, and 4. Maybe you could do add something about Gatsby beside it or near it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Because those are great ideas, but they have to connect to the actual book. Okay.
Okay. So should I stop share?
Yeah, so next week what you could do is you could try this again, but make sure that you add more details about Gatsby too, right? Because I know you feel rushed too. It's a great presentation, but I just think we need to make it more connected to the book, or it's just you're talking about loss of dreams generally when it should be more specific to Gatsby's story, okay? So just think about it. It's up to you. Again, this is asynchronous, right? So if you want to do it again, you can. If you just want to present your next presentation next week, you can do that too. It's up to you. You just let me know.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, everybody. Sorry about that. It took a little bit of time today. We'll talk next week. If anybody wants to hang out or ask me questions, go ahead. I'll move on to more Gatsby stuff next week. I'll stop the recording now. So goodbye, everybody watching at home. And for